as long as I get the intense blue, I want to get the composition correct. So what I want to do, that's wrong. After a 7-hour drive, we finally made it to Baden-Baden in Germany. Now, we're not actually in Baden-Baden. We are in a suburb which is slightly southwest. But we've just checked into our Airbnb and it's got a piano. It's got a piano. Do you give us a song? Give us a tune? She's going to do it. What is she going to do though? Go on, don't embarrass yourself. Whoa! So romantic. Right, so we're going to head out around our village because we're just losing the daylight. It's about 5 o'clock now. We're going to and have a quick look around the village, see what's there. Our host Michael has given us some cool tips though. There is a lake, 1,000-metre high lake, which is within half an hour driving distance apparently. So we are probably going to do that in the morning. I'm not sure how much photography I'm going to get done because weather dependent and logistics and time. We haven't got a lot of time here. What we're looking at, we're treating Baden-Baden a little bit like a stopover, but we don't want to do it any disrespect because it does seem like an awesome place. So we're going to try and cram as much as we can in. Let's go and cram. By the way, this is why you Airbnb and not get a hotel, because that's where we're staying. Honestly, once you do Airbnb, you never ever look at hotels again unless you have to. You don't have to be brave to do it. You've just got to be a little bit, you've got to be a people person. Just be prepared to say hello to someone in a different language, and you know what I mean? You can make friends for life. We've made Zizo, our best mate now, isn't he? Yeah. From Bruges, yeah. Airbnb, just can't get enough of it. We're even thinking of doing Airbnb ourselves. We'll see. This place is so cool, man. It's really quirky. It's very unlike me. It's very cool. So Laura and I have just walked into Baden-Baden and we've come in for dinner and we're doing a bit of a recce of the city. Now the city, for those of you that have never been here, I've only been here for half an hour, but from what I can tell, it's got a very, I wouldn't say aristocratic feel, but there's a lot of money here. You know what I mean? It's a bit like Kensington or Chelsea, Westminster, those sorts of places. Lots of designer shops and things like that. So lots of look but don't touch kind of places. So me and Laura have decided that there's not really anything to shoot. So what we think we're going to do, we're going to get up early in the morning, head out, and I think we're going to chance our arm and try and find this lake. Whether or not we'll get there or find it or anything, you can't really make any promises when you don't know an area. We'll wait and see, but I think we'll go and explore. But one thing's for sure is that Baden-Baden's good, it's nice, but I don't think I'm going to get any joy out of any pictures here. So whether we come back here tomorrow or not remains to be seen. But as for now, we're going to head back to the Airbnb, get some sleep, and we'll see what happens in the morning. Right, so no need for a tripod for this, it's just a handheld shot. I have arranged the polarizer to a vertical composition. I haven't got 3 hands so I can't show you. I really want to bring out the intense blues of the sky, and I want to try and zoom in enough to frame out these trees that are in my immediate foreground, so I don't want them in. And also what's worth mentioning is I've shot in aperture priority. I'm at f4 and I've underexposed deliberately by a stop, because obviously this snow is all in the direct sunlight, so that the camera will just go crazy. So I really want to try and protect my highlights. I've never actually shot snow before really, so I'm hoping that I've saved enough detail. So what I'm doing is shooting at f8, and if I do that again, zoom out a bit, hang on. We'll shoot at f8. Get the snowman in. Yeah, that gives me a shutter speed of 1/100 of a second, at ISO 100. There's actually 2 snowmen. I'm just going to adjust my polarizer accordingly. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a good one. So, all done. Right, let's see how good these yak cracks are up this hill. Doing well so far. Don't want to get too overconfident. I'm just thinking, who made those snowmen? I reckon it's a mermaid. Could have been the mermaid, couldn't it? Such a cool place here, man. It's cool, isn't it? This is where you need smell-o-vision, isn't it? Because all we can smell is the smell of German bakeries. Yeah, but we can't find the entrance. So it's toying with us. We'll find it. We always find food, don't we? Yeah. Looks so good. That's it for Germany from us. We've just finished our little expedition to Mummelsee and Baden-Baden, and now we're heading south to Zurich.
Keep right, then take the motorway.
Thanks, Ken. We are in Switzerland, and after that we're then on to Innsbruck in Austria. But as for Zurich, I don't really know much about the city at all. I think there is a nice lake as well in Zurich. I think it's called Zurich Sea, I think. So we're heading into Zurich and we're staying south of Zurich, so we've got to drive all the way through, which should be interesting. So Laura's got the challenge of driving through central Zurich. Since you've last seen me, which was the Black Forest, Schwarzwald, which is the German name for it, is amazing. Driving through that from Baden-Baden, driving south, there's some lovely villages and some epic scenery. It really is a lovely place to be. Looking forward to getting rid of the suitcases and maybe getting out tonight. We never really plan, we just do. So we've just arrived at our AirBnB in South Zurich. So this is our little abode for the night. It's nice and pokey. And I was just outside a minute ago on the terrace. There's a lovely terrace here with a lovely view. So yeah, it looks really nice. So not quite sure what we're going to do tonight. Welcome to Zurich.
How can I express when I realized how can I express when I realized.
So we've arrived in Zurich and we've come out for the night, and I've got really just one shot in mind that I'm interested in. Now behind me you can see the iconic Grossmünster church. Now it's positioned quite oddly, but to its credit it's at like a 45-degree angle looking into the rest of Zurich, rather than on a street or an avenue, if you know what I'm saying, at a right angle. So what I'm thinking of doing is heading to this corner by that church. It's a shame really, because I like these two peaks behind me, and I'm going to look this way and I'm hoping I'm going to get the reflection on the river. But apart from that, yeah, Zurich seems nice. Zurich seems quite cool, quite calm, especially down here. I think I'm in Altstrasse, which means the old town, and yeah, it's a lot quieter up here, and it seems a lot less frantic, because down the other end by the Hauptbahnhof, that's obviously where the Wolves of Wall Street hang out, I think, so it's a bit more busy down there. But yeah, first impressions of Zurich, it's very nice, it's very pretty. The good thing is that I can see pretty much the Grossmünster from the top to bottom, which is good. But the bad thing is I'm going to have to squeeze in my composition, so I'm going to have to really tighten it up. So that's the bridge that I want to shoot, and I might see if I can just draw do a wide panorama from here to here. And I've decided that I want to shoot at quite a narrow aperture. Now the reason I do this, yes, you lose quality, but when you're shooting at night, if you can up the ISO a little bit and narrow down the aperture to somewhere around f16 and above, the difference with what happens with capturing lights, which are obviously abundant in cities, they get, you know, light trails, you know, little stars. So that's what I want to do, because I've got lights on the bridge and there's lights the whole way across, so I think that will look really, really nice. So that is the plan. And also one thing I wanted to mention as well, if you look at the Grossmünster, you'll notice that it's in 3D. Now that is one thing that I've learned from doing property photography. I never shoot a house straight on, because if you can show 3D, you can show I know the answer's like obvious, but you can show an extra dimension, so you can show depth. So that's why I'm really happy with the position of the Grossmünster. It's actually angled in on the river. So you know, well done, town and city planners of medieval Switzerland. Congratulations. But anyway, so I'm about to do about a 3 or 4 shot panorama. We'll stitch that together, and I think that's going to look nice. And then that's going to be a wrap for Zurich, I think.